Welcome to Things Are Looking Up, the Aurora Borealis sequence. This sequence makes for a challenging practice while keeping the head oriented face up. It's designed for those with vertigo and anybody that needs to nourish and relax their lungs, neck, and head. The first pose is Shavasana, or corpse pose. Lie on your back and relax into the floor. Support your pose with blankets or other props as needed to feel comfortable. Use this time to approach the present moment with all your bodily sensations and thoughts and feelings taking place. Tap into felt sense and notice any tensions in your system. Start taking deeper inhales and exhales. Particularly on exhales, relax any tension in your eyes, face, and head. This practice will focus on keeping your eyes soft as well as your jaw, temples, and tongue, even as the rest of your body activates. The next poses are Supta Padangusthasana 1, or supine big toe pose, and a variation for the IT band. Draw your right knee into your chest and lasso the strap around your right foot. Place the strap around your toe mounds. Hold the strap with both hands as you press your heel up, extending your right leg fully. If you can't extend your leg fully, ease up on your hamstring stretch by bringing your thigh an inch or two closer to the floor and try re-extending it from there. Once your leg is fully extended, press your right heel skyward and spread your toes. Also, activate your down leg by pressing that heel out along the floor and engaging your thigh toward the floor. This pose could be intense, so keep your eyes and eyelids relaxed. Now for the IT band variation. Hold the strap with your left hand. Place your right hand on your right hip. Keep your right hip rooted into the floor. Then move your top leg across the midline to the left a few inches. In this variation, the right hip tends to lift off the floor and recoil toward the right ribs. To counter this, ground your right hip and slide your hip forward. To increase your stretch, drive your top heel skyward and spread your toes. Keep your face soft and eyes relaxed. On your next exhale, bend your top knee and release your leg to the floor. If any tension has accumulated in your jaw, notice it, then release it. Onward to the other side. This time, draw your left knee in to your chest and lasso the strap around your left foot. Place the strap around your toe mounds. Hold the strap with both hands as you press your heel up, extending your left leg fully. If you can't extend your leg fully, ease up on the hamstring stretch by bringing your thigh an inch or two closer to the floor and try re-extending it from there. Once your leg is fully extended, press your left heel skyward and spread your toes. Also, activate your down leg by pressing the right heel out along the floor and engage your thigh toward the floor. This pose could be intense, so keep your eyes and eyelids relaxed. Now for the IT band variation. Hold the strap with your right hand. Place your left hand on your left hip. Keep that hip rooted into the floor. Move your top leg across the midline to the right a few inches. On this side, the left hip tends to drift off the floor and recoil toward the left ribs. To counter this, ground your left hip, then slide your hip forward. To increase the stretch, drive your top heel skyward and open your toes. Breathe deeply here and relax your jaw and eyes. On your next exhale, bend your top knee and release your leg. Take a deep breath here. The next pose is a supine twist. From your back, shift your hips to the right. Draw your right knee into your chest and guide it over your torso toward the floor on your left. Extend your left leg forward. Support your right leg with your left arm. Reach your right arm out to the side, palm facing up. If your knee doesn't reach the floor and needs support, place a prop under your knee or thigh. It's okay to hang here as long as it's not causing undue tension or pinching anywhere. Your head could remain face up. As an option, turn your head to the right, extending the twist from your sacrum to the base of your skull. Relax your eyes and eyelids, and the bones and muscles around them. On your next exhale, draw your navel in a bit. On inhale, unwind from your twist and take a breath on your back. Now, shift your hips to the left. Draw your left knee into your chest and guide it over your torso toward the floor on your right. Extend your right leg forward. Support your left leg with your right arm. Reach your left arm out to the side with your palm facing up. Support your knee and thigh as needed. It's okay to hang here as long as it's not causing undue tension or pinching anywhere. Take either head position, with your eyes up, or you can turn your head to the left. Relax your eyes and eyelids, and the bones and muscles around them. On your next exhale, draw your navel in a bit. On inhale, unwind from your twist and take a deep breath on your back and observe the after effects of the pose. Relax your neck and relax your face. The next pose is Supta Padangusthasana 3, or the third variation of supine big toe pose. As we did in the supine twist, shift your hips to the right. Draw your right knee in. Loop the strap around your right foot and press your right heel skyward, extending your leg fully. Extend your left leg forward along the floor. Hold the strap with your left hand. Then, guide your right leg and hip over your torso toward the floor on your left. Your right hip stacks on top of your left. Press both heels in their respective directions. Engage both thigh muscles into their thigh bones. For a stretch across your chest, extend your right arm to the right with your palm up. Feel the weight of your ears, your eyes, and your jaw, and relax your head, particularly if this pose is intense. On your next exhale, bend both legs and slinky back to center. Take a deep breath here. Onward to the other side. This time, shift your hips to the left and draw your left knee in. Loop the strap around your left foot and press your left heel skyward, extending your leg fully. Extend your right leg forward along the floor. Hold the strap with your right hand. Then, guide your left leg and hip over your torso toward the floor on the right. Your left hip stacks on top of your right. Press both heels in their respective directions and engage both thigh muscles into their thigh bones. For a stretch across your chest, extend your left arm to the side with your palm facing up. Keep your eyes and jaw soft and breathe deeply here. On your next exhale, bend both legs and slinky back to center. Take a deep breath here on your back and relax your eyes and face. The next poses are Supta Sukhasana or supine easy pose and Parshva Supta Sukhasana, a side bending variation. While lying face up, cross your legs with your right shin in front of your left and relax your feet and legs on the mat. Also, frame your head by holding opposite elbows. Every few breaths, stretch your knees forward and your elbows back, lengthening your torso. Ground the bottom of your rib basket into the floor to avoid arching your entire spine. Breathe fully into both your abdomen and your rib basket. Feel the weight of your head and soften your eye space. Now for side supine easy pose. Shift your head, arms, and upper torso to the left. This will facilitate a stretch down your right torso. Keep your hips and legs anchored where they are. This is a more intense variation for your right side. Direct your breath down your right. Allow your eyes, tongue, and jaw to relax, particularly on the inhale. On your exhales, let your skull feel heavier. On your next exhale, bring your arms and head back to center and extend your legs forward. Release your arms and notice the difference between sides. Onward to the other side. Recross your legs, this time with your left shin in front of your right. Relax your feet and legs on the mat. Frame your head by holding opposite elbows. Also see that your forearms are recrossed, so your other forearm is on top. Every few breaths, stretch your knees forward and your elbows back to lengthen your torso. Ground the bottom of your rib basket into the floor to prevent overarching. Breathe fully into both your abdomen and rib basket. Feel the weight of your head and soften your eye space. For side supine easy pose, shift your head, arms, and upper torso to the right. This will facilitate a stretch down your left. Keep your hips and legs anchored on the mat. Direct your breath down your left torso. Notice if this side feels tighter or more open. Allow your eyes, tongue, and jaw to relax, particularly on your inhales. On your exhales, relax even more. On your next exhale, bring your upper torso back to center position and extend your legs forward. Release your arms and take a deep inhale and exhale here. The next poses are 4 variations of shoulder stand, starting with Salamba Sarvangasana or supported shoulder stand 1. Use as many blankets under your shoulders and arms as necessary for shoulder support and to protect your neck. Lie on the blanket stack with your shoulders on the blankets and your head off. On an exhale, draw your knees into your chest and roll onto the tops of your shoulders. Place your hands on your back to support your spine. Shift side to side a couple times to draw your elbows and shoulders closer together. Finally, lengthen your front, back, and side bodies equally. Extend your legs skyward and press your feet up. In shoulder stand, the hips tend to sink back toward the hands. To counter this, lift through your front spine and through your inner legs. Breathe into both your abdomen and your chest. Slide the skin of your back skyward to remain as upright as you can. Relax your eyes and jaw, and breathe deeply here. Feel free to stay in this variation. Otherwise, practice supported shoulder stand 2. Interlace your fingers and extend your arms fully so they press into the blankets. Drive your shoulders and upper arms down. This variation is still supported by your arms, but there is more need to lift through your spine. Keep pressing your feet skyward and breathe into both your abdomen and chest. Keep your jaw and eyes relaxed, particularly on inhales when your face tends to react. On exhales, relax your eyes more. Feel free to stay in this variation. Otherwise, the next pose is Nirambala Sarvangasana 1, or unsupported shoulder stand 1. Unlace your fingers. Bring one arm at a time next to your head on the floor with your palms face up. Press the backs of your hands into the floor to initiate the lift in your shoulders. Unsupported shoulder stands require engagement of the back body to maintain the lift in place of the arms. Lift your lungs vertical and lift through your inside legs. Breathe deeply and relax your face. Feel free to stay in this variation. Otherwise, the next pose is unsupported shoulder stand 2. Drive your shoulders into the floor. Slowly lift your arms off the floor so they are in line with your torso, palms against your hips or thighs. Your head may take additional weight in an attempt to remain stable, so make sure your neck feels safe. Keep your eyes and jaw soft and breathe evenly. On your next exhale, bring one elbow at a time to the blankets and place your hands on your back, taking the first shoulder stand variation we practiced. Breathe deeply here and lengthen through your spine and legs. Shift side to side a couple times and draw your elbows and shoulders closer together. The next pose is Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, or bridge pose in shoulder stand. If you want to enter bridge pose directly from shoulder stand, bend one knee and press one foot to the floor, arching your back. Then place your other foot on the floor. Your palms can support your bottom ribs. Otherwise, take the more traditional bridge by clasping your hands under your hips and extending your arms along the blankets and floor. Lift your heart by pressing your shoulders and upper arms down. Lift your hips by driving your heels and toe mounds down. Take full breaths into both your belly and chest. Keep your jaw relaxed and your eyes soft. The next pose is Ekapada Setu Bandhasana, or one-legged bridge pose. While in bridge pose, step your feet close together. On your next exhale, draw your right knee in toward your face. On inhale, press your heels skyward. Your top leg doesn't need to be straight, but drive your top heel skyward. Root your bottom foot into the floor for stability. Engage your shoulders into the floor so the sides of your neck feel equally supported. Relax your eyes and relax your jaw. On your next exhale, bring your right foot to the floor. Onward to the other side. This time, on your next exhale, draw your left knee in toward your face. Inhale, press your left heel skyward. Drive your top heel up. Your left leg lengthens but doesn't need to be completely straight. Root your bottom foot into the floor for stability. Engage your shoulders into the floor so the sides of your neck feel equally supported. Relax your eyes and jaw. On your next exhale, bring your left foot to the floor into full bridge pose. On inhale, lift your hips and release your arms to the sides. Exhale, lower your spine and hips to the floor. Slide your torso back so your hips are on the blankets and your head and shoulders are on the floor. Slowly turn your head side to side, unwinding your neck from the shoulder stand sequence. Relax your eyes and jaw. Notice any new sensations around your shoulders and your neck. Take a couple breaths here. The next pose is Supta Virasana, or reclined hero's pose. Remove the blankets from the mat and come to hands and knees with your toes pointed back. Sit between your heels, or place support between your heels and sit on that. Make sure your ankles and knees feel supported and safe. From here, slide your glutes forward as you recline back. If you need to support your ribs and head, place blocks, blankets, or a bolster behind you. Ensure that all joints and all stretches feel okay and that you can relax your torso and head. Once you've supported all joints, relax into the pose. Allow your jaw, tongue, and eyes to soften. For additional length along the front of your torso, hold opposite elbows and frame your head. Breathe slowly and deeply. On your next exhale, release your arms and place them by your sides. On inhale, press your hands into the floor and lift to seated. As you lift, slide your sitting bones back to maintain the natural curve of your lumbar spine. Take a breath here in your seated pose. The next pose is Ekapada Supta Virasana, or one-legged reclined hero's pose. While seated, keep your right leg in hero's pose. Release your left leg from the pose and extend it forward along the mat. From here, lie back, using the same support for your spine and head that you used in full Supta Virasana. If the stretch down your right belly, thigh, and shin are sufficient, relax into the pose. For a more formidable variation, draw your left knee into your chest. This will dramatically increase the stretch in your right quad and psoas. Breathe down your right side and relax your skull, ears, eyes, and throat. Release your left leg to the floor. Rise up to seated. Take hold of your right shin to support your knee. Draw your right knee toward your chest and extend your right leg forward next to the left. Onward to the other side. This time, bend your left knee and place your heel by your hip in hero's pose. Lie back using support for your spine and head if you need to. Slide your glutes forward to decompress your lower back. If the stretch down your left side is sufficient, relax into the pose. For a more formidable variation, draw your right knee into your chest. Breathe down your right side and relax your skull, ears, eyes, and throat. Let the pose work on you. Release your right leg to the floor. Rise up to seated. Take a hold of your left shin to support your knee. Draw your left knee to your chest and extend your leg. Remove all props and come to seated on the mat. The next pose is Paripurna Navasana, or full boat pose. From seated, draw your knees into your chest and balance on your sitting bones. Place your hands on the back of your thighs. Root the front side of your sitting bones into the floor. Draw your lumbar curve in a bit and lift your heart and lungs high. Draw the top of your sacrum and lumbar spine in. This supports your lower back, while your psoas maintains the lift of your legs. If it's okay for your lumbar spine, release your legs and reach your arms forward. You can also extend your legs diagonally up. Lift your lungs and heart and breathe deeply here. Your drishti or gaze can be forward or skyward. The next pose is Ardha Navasana, or half boat pose. From full boat, slide your sacrum forward, round your spine, and place your hands behind your head to support it. Point your elbows forward. Straighten your legs, which will lower closer to the floor. Whereas full boat challenges your psoas and lower back muscles, half boat challenges your abdominals. Breathe into your chest. Relax your face. You can look forward or skyward in this pose. On your next exhale, lower your legs, torso, and head to the floor. Relax here and take a deep breath into your abdomen. The next pose is a supine twist like we practiced earlier this sequence. On your back, shift your hips a bit to the right. Draw your right knee into your chest and guide it over your torso toward the floor on your left. Press your left heel forward and straighten your left leg. Your left arm can support your leg. Reach your other arm out to the side, palm facing up. Breathe deeply into your navel center and release your abdominal muscles. Relax your eyes and your eyelids and the bones and muscles around them. On your next exhale, draw your navel in a bit. Inhale, unwind from the twist, and take a breath on your back. Onward to the other side. This time, shift your hips to the left. Draw your left knee into your chest and guide it over your torso toward the floor on your right. Support your top leg with your right arm. Press your right heel forward and straighten your right leg along the floor. Reach your left arm out to the side, palm facing up. Support your knee and your thigh as needed. Relax your eyes and eyelids, and the bones and muscles around them. Breathe deeply into your navel center to release your abdominals. On your next exhale, draw your navel in a bit. On an inhale, unwind from the twist and relax on your back. Observe your felt sense for a couple breaths. The next pose is Vyamuktasana, or wind release pose. While lying face up, draw your knees into your chest. Breathe deeply into your lower back several times to release it. Hug your knees in tightly. Let your back round and your tailbone lift, but allow your head to remain on the floor and keep it relaxed. You can remain here or take the next pose, which is Ananda Balasana, or happy baby pose. Grab the little toe side of your feet. With knees about shoulder distance apart, gently draw your knees toward the floor. The soles of your feet face skyward. You can stretch your hamstrings more by gently guiding your toes toward the wall behind you. Keep your eyes and throat relaxed. Feel the weight of your skull and brain. Breathe deeply here and let the stretch soak into your system. The next pose is Ekapada Ananda Balasana, or one-legged happy baby pose. Hold your right foot with both hands. Place your left foot flat on the floor. Your left foot can stay there, or you can extend your left leg along the floor. Allow your head to remain relaxed on the floor. Breathe deeply here, and keep your forehead heavy, as well as your cheeks, your jaw, and your temples. On your next exhale, draw your left knee in and hold both feet in full happy baby pose. Take a deep breath into your lower back. Onward to the other side. Hold your left foot with both hands and place your right foot on the floor. Your right foot can stay where it is, or you can extend your right leg along the floor. If one side is tighter than the other, adjust accordingly. The down leg does not have to be fully extended. Breathe deeply here and keep your forehead relaxed, as well as your cheeks, your jaw, and your temples. On your next exhale, draw your right knee in and hold both feet in happy baby pose. Take a deep breath into your lower back. On exhale, release both legs. On an inhale, come up to seated. The next pose is Udbhaya Padangusthasana, or both big toes pose. From seated, draw your knees to your chest and balance on your sitting bones. Start by holding your thighs. If the stretch isn't too strong, you can place your hands behind your shins or wrap the first 2 fingers of each hand around your big toes. From here, start extending your legs. Your legs don't have to be completely straight. They are extending, but do not have to be fully extended. Lift your heart and your gaze skyward and breathe deeply while maintaining balance as best you can. On your next exhale, release your toes and lower your legs, torso, and head to the floor. Take a deep breath here on your back. The next pose is Supta Dandasana, or supine staff pose. While lying face up, place the soles of your feet on the floor. Press your sacrum and mid-back into the floor while maintaining your natural lumbar curve. Reach your arms by your ears toward the wall behind you. On an inhale, lift your feet off the floor and keep your hip and knee flexion at right angles so your thighs are vertical and your shins are horizontal. For a more intense variation, extend your legs so both heels press skyward. Maintain the integrity of your lumbar curve. Keep breathing deeply and treat your head as if it were already in final relaxation. Your eyes are soft, your jaw relaxed, and your head heavy. Keep relaxing your face, even as your hips and legs heat up. On your next exhale, bend your knees and place the soles of your feet on the floor. Take a deep breath here. The next pose is Supta Baddha Konasana, or supine bound angle pose. While on your back, bend your knees, place the soles of your feet together, and relax your knees to the sides. With your hands, slide your glutes toward your feet to decompress your lumbar spine. Allow your legs and belly to relax wide. Relax your arms by your sides and let your head and shoulders feel heavy. Even though your drishti or eye gaze is skyward, relax your eyes and the space around them. Allow your body to breathe for you and observe your felt sensation. On your next exhale, gently press one leg forward at a time so your legs are extended along the floor. The next pose is Shavasana, or corpse pose, which is the pose we started this practice with. Relax your body into the floor. Place bolsters or blankets under your legs or spine as needed to encourage your body to fully relax and release. This is where we started the practice, and we're ending it here as well. Recall your felt sense at the beginning of practice, any tensions present, and emotions or thoughts at the top of the practice. Notice here how things have changed. In particular, notice if relaxing your mouth, your eyes, and your skull is easier to do. Allow your throat to relax. Feel the weight of your tongue and of your teeth. Allow your bones to drop. Let your body and breath settle. Make this a noticing practice, one in which to fully experience sensations. From here, guide your awareness to your breath. Direct your breath down your arms and into your palms. Breathe down through your hips and legs and into your feet. Send your breath energy into your brain and exhale down your face. Draw your knees into your chest and breathe into your lower back. Roll to one side and then rise up to a seated position. While seated, gaze at whatever is in front of you with a soft face and open mind. Notice your own receptiveness. As your eyes, ears, and mind relax, you're able to take a wider view of events and see things as they are. Take this relaxed vista into your day as you face it. Thank you for your practice, and namaste.